Coach Corey Wayne, and this is my video coaching newsletter. And the topic of this newsletter is going to be keeping women interested. Got an email here from a viewer, and he says, "Hey Corey, a friend of mine's relationship with his girlfriend is failing. He constantly argues with her, gets insecure when other guys show her attention. He even went so far as to read her texts without her knowledge. And she happens to be really good looking and gets attention all the time. I'm wondering, even if I get a girl who is that great, I know I'd become jealous of other guys hitting on her all the time and become insecure. What is the best way to deal with that? People say you have to have confidence, but even though I've been told I'm good looking, I know there are better looking guys out there, funnier guys, taller guys, etc. How does one become comfortable with his girl hanging around other guys and seeing other guys behind his back, even if she promises she wouldn't do anything? Who's to say she wouldn't become very attracted to someone else and develop feelings for someone while in a relationship with someone else?" Well, here's the deal. If you're doing everything right with a girl and you know how to treat her, and you picked a good woman, a loyal woman, a woman who came from a good family, she loves her mom and dad, she has a good relationship with her parents, loyalty's important to her, she won't cheat on you. Now, the more her background is, how should I say, clouded or jaded, or like if she had one or both of the parents that have had multiple affairs on each other, there's just simply going to be a higher likelihood that she will cheat on you as well, just because that's something that was prevalent in her family. But at the end of the day, even if you do everything right with a girl and she's head over heels in love with you, if you're with a girl who has no integrity and you're out of town or whatever, and she just wants to have fun because she's kind of bored, and there's a dude that she's having a connection with, and even though she might really love you and adore you, in her mind she doesn't see anything wrong with hooking up with him, then she'll act upon her feelings, and there's nothing you can do about it, and you'll probably never know about it because she'll never tell you. But on the other hand, if you're with a good girl, a good woman who loyalty is important to her, and your family and your relationship is important, and she loves you and she adores you above anybody else on the planet because you know how to treat her properly, then she'll kindly decline the offer when another dude makes an advance on her, and plus she'll tell you about it. She'll tell you about other guys that hit on her, and it's a good thing. It's a good sign. And so if you're dating a girl and she's constantly telling you about other dudes that are hitting on her or trying to get her to go out or this or that, or their bad pickup lines, women tell you these things because they want you to know that they're getting hit on, but that they're also being loyal to you, and that's their way of communicating to you that they care about you and they respect you, is letting you know about all these other dudes that are hitting on them. Now, it becomes an issue or a problem when maybe she used to do those things and she doesn't tell you those things anymore, and you know she's hot, and you know she gets hit on a lot, but she hasn't been telling you about it. Then you'd have reason to wonder, why isn't she telling you? But if you act like a needy, insecure jackass and you fly off the handle when she tells you about a dude hitting on her and you say, "I'm going to kick his ass, I'm going to pound him into the ground," then eventually, because you create drama when she tells you these things, she's just going to assume, you know what, I really don't want to create this drama in my relationship, and I don't want my boyfriend coming unglued, and so she just simply won't tell you these things, and she'll keep them from you. But that's simply indicative of the fact that you're obviously not comfortable with it, and you don't know how to respond in a mature, adult-like manner. Because at the end of the day, if you got a hot girl, other dudes are going to check out your girl, and there's nothing you can do about it. And you should have confidence and comfort within yourself to know that, hey, she's with me, and she'd never give these other dudes or douchebags the time of day just because she loves me and I treat her great. And so if you want to keep a woman interested, you think you're going to remember is the courtship doesn't ever end. What you did to cause her to fall in love with you, because women fall in love slowly over time, is all women want to be in a love story. They want to be swept off their feet by Prince Charming, and just like they do in all those the romance novels that they read. They want to wonder about you. I mean, it's a scientific fact that women are more attracted to men whose feelings are unclear. And so anytime that you can facilitate that in your relationship, just simply subtle things by making sure she's calling, pursuing, and texting you 70 to 80% of the time, that means she's always chasing you and she's always reaching out to you to gain certainty of where she is, or how you feel about her, or where you're at, or what you're doing, or what you're up to. And as long as you maintain the level of comfort and safety, she'll continue to pursue you and chase you. And that's the way you want it, because if a woman is chasing you all the time, and she's the one calling you most of the time, she's not going to dump you when she's running after you. But if you run after a woman and you chase a woman and you do 70 to 80% of the calling, texting, and pursuing, eventually you'll end up getting the let's just be friends speech, because what in essence is happening is you're acting like the woman. You're pursuing too much and you're trying to rush things too much, because that's what guys that fail with women, that's usually what they do. They meet a girl they really like and they feel like there's some kind of imaginary finish line that they have to somehow get across in the shortest period of time, or the girl's going to not like him anymore, or he's got to nail her down to some kind of commitment or relationship so he doesn't have to worry about some other dude taking her away. And when you act that way and you come from that place, you're coming from a place of fear. You're coming from a place of scarcity. And so your words, your deeds, your actions, your physiology, your body language all communicate scarcity. They communicate that you don't deserve what it is that's in your life that you want, because you're afraid you're going to lose it. And so you'll simply act in a way that will just push that other person away, because they won't like being around you, because you'll start basically the energy you'd be giving off is like stalker type of energy. And it doesn't help your situation when you do that. And so, like I said here, he says, I mean, so at the end of the day, women, if she's going to cheat on you, she's going to cheat on you, she's going to cheat on you. There's nothing you can do about it. And so you can't try to force her to do it. It's like you just simply like give her, when I was talking about one of my earlier videos, it's like you gotta give her enough rope to hang herself, in essence. You've got to give her, it's like you got to give her an inch, see if she takes a mile. Because these are things that you need to find out when you're dating a girl, or you're just starting to date a girl, is you see how she acts around other dudes. Does she do things to make you jealous? Or does she go out of her way when she's on a date with you to let you know that there's nothing going on between these guys? Or if they were hitting on her, she'll let you know about it out of respect for you. Plus, she'll want to see how you deal with it. How do you deal with other dudes hitting on your girl? Do you come unglued or go over and threaten to beat their ass? Or do you take it as a compliment to the fact that you have good taste in women? But at the end of the day, the courtship never ends. And so you're going to constantly be romancing your girl and surprising her and being mysterious. And so when you're with her, if she does most of the talking, when you're with her, she does more than you do. Those just little subtle things that you can, just women love to talk in general anyways. And so if you facilitate that by simply asking plenty of questions and getting her to always be talking, then you remain more mysterious that way. And just like in show business, you always kind of want to leave them wanting more, just like a cliffhanger in your favorite TV show or a movie is by when she's doing most of the calling, texting, and pursuing, and when you're together, she does most of the talking, you still remain mysterious, that charming, fun guy that she has a great time with. But yet, no matter how much time she spends with you, she always ends up feeling like you learn more about her than she does about you. Even though they might jokingly complain about that, they still like it because it creates attraction. It causes them to not know things about you when they want to, and that gives them something to be curious about, because when a woman gets too familiar with you, she gets bored and she tends to back away. And the thing is you got to let a girl go, and she'll come back to you at her own pace. A lot of things to consider there, but like I said, it's about you and how you show up in the relationship. And as long as you've chosen a good woman to get into a relationship with, by carefully screening her before you got serious and fell in love with her in the first place, as long as you continue to do everything right and you court her and you romance her throughout your relationship, you're going to be her number one. And so when she's not around you, she's building you up behind your back. She's talking you up behind your back to men and women and telling you how great you are, what a great boyfriend you are. And when she's around other guys, she's going to be talking about you, my boyfriend this, my boyfriend that, as a way of letting them know that, hey, I'm taken and don't fucking hit on me. And those are all good signs. And as long as you keep her happy and you keep her in love, I mean, at the end of the day, you always have to date her. Because if you don't date her, some other dude eventually will come along and date her for you and take her off of your hands. So if you have a question that you want to ask me, go to my website, click the Contact Me tab, which will be on the left-hand side of your screen. Send me 1 to 2 paragraphs max, and just give me several days to get back to you with a response. If you want to talk to me right away, the quickest way to get my help is to book a paid phone coaching session. You can do that by going to my website, click the products tab, which will be at the top of your screen, and just follow the instructions. If you want to get a digital version of my Kindle ebook, on my website underneath the email sign-up box is a box that has a link that'll take you right to the Amazon Kindle download page. Once you get there, if you don't have a Kindle device already, you can download one of their free e-reader apps for your smartphone, tablet device, or your computer. It only takes a matter of seconds to download and install the app and complete the purchase of my book. And if you appreciate the value of the information I offer in these video newsletters, the articles on my website, and my ebook, you can show your appreciation by going to my website, and on there will be a toolbar which will be at the bottom of your screen. Click the PayPal donate button and donate any amount that you feel is equal to the value of the information. And I will talk to you soon.